Hello and welcome to the Mel and Johnny Show. Well, as you can tell, it's quite cold in the garden shed. I've got my coat on.
Yeah.
I've got my sea shanty jumper on, which was knitted by a lady in Wexford when I was doing a gig in Wexford. Oh, I've got a jumper for you, Mal. And I got my hat on as well. But look at you, you're bathing. You're bathing in the warmth of near Cardiff.
Well, outside it's freezing because it's snowing. And it's been snowing all night, and it's still slightly snowing, not much now.
Yeah.
But it's cold, all right. It's down to minus.
Yeah. The thing is, we're near the sea, you see, so I think it's along the coastal area, but I know the hills around Swansea are pretty bad.
Yeah, there's the salt water will stop it, I think. Because I remember when I lived in Port Talbot, we never had snow in Port Talbot, ever.
Yeah, and if it did come, it was slightly grey.
Yeah, that's right. But the only time I do it, I was living in Port Talbot in 1962, okay?
Oh.
I was about 18 years old.
Yes.
And I had a girlfriend in Cardiff at the time.
Right.
And it was the worst snow it's ever been known. It was like 20 foot deep. It was one of the worst snow blizzards and wind. And I managed to get through eventually. But when you went down the old A48, there was no M4 then.
Yes.
They cut through it like a cake. I mean, it was unbelievable. There were these high drifts either side, you know.
Wow. Was she worth it? Was she worth it, Johnny?
Yes, she was worth it. I still see her funny.
Oh, is it?
It's like my first real girlfriend, and she now lives in Post, which is about, I don't know, about 3 miles, 4 miles from me, and I call in now and again for a cup of tea.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Well, the thing is, now you're saying it's nice and warm where you are. Show me your hands.
Well, I got this on because I got arthritis in my thumbs.
Oh.
Now, I think it's arthritis. I'm not sure. It might be what they call that thing when you're doing too much on a computer.
Oh, RSI.
Repetitive strain.
Yeah, RSI, yeah. Well, you see, the thing is, yeah, I'm a little bit like you. See, I've got my copper bands. You seen those copper bands?
Oh, right. Yeah, they work.
No. The Romans did it, and the Celts did it and everything. I thought, well, I've got to do something with these hands.
Does it affect you playing your guitar?
No, it's still as bad as ever. It's not getting any better.
Do you know Heather Jones?
Yes, lovely Heather.
Well, Heather Jones is a lovely girl, known her for donkey's years, and she can't play a guitar anymore because she got arthritis in her fingers.
Oh, man.
And she's going to do a show, and they're going to get a guitar player to play for her, so she hasn't got to play the guitar.
At least her voice is still a lovely voice as well.
Yeah.
So snow. Actually, it must have been very deep because I remember in '62 and '63, the snow came up to my chest. I mean that.
Oh, it was 20-foot drifts.
I suppose I was only 2, so maybe it wasn't quite that.
Well, I remember when I was 2. No, it was more than that. I was about 4 or 5. So that would be 1947, 48. And my grandfather kept a pub in Cardiff called the Heath Hotel.
Right.
And I remember there was a lot of snow then because my granny made me an igloo. There's enough snow to make an igloo.
Brilliant. Enough. Okay, reaction then. So I went to bed last night. I wasn't particularly thinking about snow. I'd been out all day. So got back quite late. It was chilly. I didn't think about it. And then I'm starting getting, when you got the phone next to your bed and it starts rattling, it's on silent.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on now? It was the kids. Yeah. The kids waking up, when I say the kids, in their 20s and 30s, waking up to it being a snow day. They couldn't, they were so excited.
Snow, hey.
And then they were taking the grandchildren out. The grandchildren were, first time they've ever had a snow day for the little ones.
Well, my grandkids, right, they were taking them to school the day before yesterday, before the snow came. And the little one said to me, they lied to us. I said, what do you mean? They said it was going to snow. They're telling lies. It's not snowing. But when she woke up this morning, she probably loved it.
Yeah.
But then again, in 1982, do you remember the snowfall in 82? That was a bad year as well.
Yeah, I was in university, so I'm in London. I missed it, but back in South Wales, it was the rugby. I think there was a rugby match on or something, wasn't it? I think a lot of people got stranded in Bridgend, trying to go home westwards.
Well, I was in Africa doing some gigs.
Was it bad then?
Alwyn was at home,
and
we had a masonette in Fairwater at the time, and it's a ground floor, and it was two stories.
Yeah.
She couldn't get out of the house because the snow was up against the door. She was stuck inside for about 2 days.
Yeah.
And I'm in Africa, boy not.
There's a lovely story. Lovely story about Max and John and Neil used to play with him, and they were in Dubai just doing some gigs, and they're all sat right by the pool, sweating, drinking margaritas, and one of the boys turns to Max and says, "It's the Gleneath, summer fete today. Well, lovely weather for it."
But talking about Africa, I saw some storms there.
Did you?
I mean electric storms now. I was in Swaziland.
Yes.
It's a beautiful country spot, and very mountainous. It's a bit like North Wales to look at.
Right.
And it's quite green,
Yeah.
But the fog, I've never seen anything like it. It was a rip in the sky apart, Unbelievable.
Wow. Yeah.
But it was gone the next day. It was sunny again.
Yeah, it's a bit like that in the Delta, near the Mississippi, down in Memphis.
All right.
Remember?
Is that the Everglades?
It's not quite as deep as that, but it's like in the Delta. It's obviously it's a Delta, so there's the Mississippi, and it's quite flat lands which do flood every so often. But I was coming back from Tupelo, and I had to get to Memphis, early morning flight. So leaving in the dark, I was petrified. Because you have a bit of a electrical storm here in Wales, and it's quite exciting, isn't it? Look out the window.
Yeah.
That's getting close. This was like the end of the world. It was like Armageddon. Armageddon out of here.
No, I tell you what. Another one's funny. I was in Botswana. I know I'm name dropping.
Oh goodness, no, please.
I was doing a gig in the Holiday Inn in Gaborone in Botswana.
Wow.
Never rains in Botswana because it's up by, it's right in the middle of on the equator almost.
Okay.
Anyway, Owen came out and it rained. Then all these frogs came from nowhere.
Oh my gosh.
Now we don't know. It was like a plague of frogs. They were all up and about.
Wow.
I thought, well, where are they going to be? Where have they been all this summer when it's so hot they couldn't breathe,
Yeah.
But they seem to come alive. They must have been underground. I don't know how it works.
Yeah. I've had a busy couple of days, been doing this, that and the other. Well, we launched Everyone Deserves an Easter in Swansea Market.
Oh, you've done an Easter one, yeah.
So, the thing is, as I said in my blog, Everyone Deserves isn't just for Christmas anymore. There's a campaign for that. So we did a singing with the DVLA Ladies Choir. The DVLA have their own. They've got their own charitable choir. The ladies, and they're great. They're really lots of. So they choose a charity every year. I think it's cancer research this year, and they've done the air ambulance in other years. So they were great. Yeah. And right in the middle of Swansea Market, you remember the market, don't you? Swansea Market.
I remember the market. I still love to go there. Get the lava bread.
Yeah, it's like they were saying, where are we performing? They said, next to the cockles. Everybody knows
next to the cockles. I love cockles. Do you like cockles?
Right, I should do, shouldn't I?
With vinegar and pepper.
I like deep fried cockles when they've been a little batter. Very nice, very nice.
I remember I worked in a shop once in Port Talbot. Yeah. I was in Hodges Menswear, Port Talbot, right?
Yeah.
And I'm doing the window dressing. Me and this other guy, we're only about 18, 19. We got the irons out. We're ironing the suits to put nice in the window.
Lovely.
And all of a sudden, this guy, Jeffrey, said, oh, there's a cockle woman. And they used to come around with the baskets with the thing. And we rushed down to buy these cockles. And I'd forgotten I'd left the iron on this suit.
Oh, no.
So we get back in. There was a big hole in the trunk. So Jeff says, put it back in stock. They'll never know. I don't know if they ever did find it.
I don't know.
Cockles. I love cockles. Yeah. See, they sell cockles in Cardiff Market as well.
They do they? They don't taste the same. Yeah. Don't taste the same.
Did a song with the women, yeah.
Yeah, did a song with but just remind me about the iron. I had a friend, a teacher of mine, Bill Stereo, a lovely guy, and I bumped into him down the Mumbles. It's absolutely true. I bumped into the Mumbles. He was walking with his wife, and he had a really nasty mark on the side of his face. I said, "Oh, Bill, how are you? What have you done?" He said, "I was doing the ironing when somebody called on the telephone." And I thought he was joking. And his wife said, "No, he did."
Did it?
The phone rang and he picked up the iron. Pentrafford School Choir, they were great too. Then on Monday, the Mansion House, the Lord Mayor's residence in Swansea. Little performance. Just Kev Johns was interviewing me, a couple of songs, and so it's lovely to do charitable shows, isn't it? We love that. We love doing charitable shows.
Well, yeah, you've got to do your bit. I mean, have you noticed, though, that the people who always stand up with these charities are the turns, aren't they? Yeah. You grab them, they'll do a song for us, they'll do it, and we do it. Yeah. I mean, it's nice to do, obviously.
Yeah.
And we have to do our bit for everybody. But as long as we're not working, of course.
Yeah. So I've agreed to I've got another one on Friday, another one next Tuesday. And I was thinking about it, and then I don't answer my answer phone. In the office phone, I should pick up the messages at the end of the day, sort of thing. Yeah. And I was thinking, charity, I know it, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, love doing it. But it was a message from the Welsh Blood Service saying, "Dear Mr. Pope, we're running low on O negative. we need you to pop along to Mumbles to get. I'm thinking they want blood now, Johnny. They even want blood.
It's like an old comedian I used to know. You know, joke about that. I said, went to give blood the other day. They said, if we want a pint of hot water, we'll call for you again. Oh God! I mean, yeah, that's right. I mean, they always call on us turns to do a bit, you know. And why not? You've got to do your bit, haven't you?
And they, I'm not sure I talked to you about the blood thing. They ask you all these questions. Well, they don't ask you the questions. They give you an iPad.
Right.
And it's like, have you done this? Have you done that? Like tattoos? No. Yes. Tattoos? No. Have you had any piercings? No. And then they ask you a couple of quite intimate questions regarding your personal life, right?
And it was, have you been at it this morning?
But it was like they explained what they were wondering if you'd been up to, right? Well, I was.
Oh my God!
I was sort
like
of.
What?
I can't tell you because I told my kids and they looked up on Google and they had to delete the whole of their search history. So anyway, this particular question, and I read it because they explain quite detail. Have you done? I'm thinking, oh good gosh. So without thinking, I went straight for where the no button was. Right.
Yeah.
In this section, it was only one. It had 3 answers you could put: maybe, no, or yes. I pressed this one. It said maybe. I'm thinking. I pick up the iPad and I go rushing to the counter. He said, "Look, it's nose here. It says maybe." And you know, it's that funny.
You may be bisexual then.
It's one of those looks that people behind the counter. The only other time I've ever had that look, and I think I might have told this story before, is I went to I used to go to Tupelo near Memphis I've talked about the deep south, and my daughter went there for a 6-week sort of like break gap year. She was going back separately because she had a separate ticket. So, being the dad, I said, "Look, give me anything you want me to carry. I'll carry the heavyweights." You know. So she filled my bag with high heels, knickers, bras, tights, all that sort of thing. You know. It's the only time I've ever been stopped at Cardiff Airport.
And what's he got all these knickers in?
It's like honestly, he gets the. So as he's putting it on the counter, I say, "Look. What it is, right, is my daughter, when you open that, it's going to be all of her dirty washing." And he did. And it's the same sort of thing as the lady behind the counter in the blood service. He just opened it up and he went,
Well, I tell you what, I came home from a gig once. I've been abroad. I don't know if it was Australia, one of them.
Yeah.
No, it's off. I've been on a ship, that's right. And always unpacking my case, and she comes across a pair of ladies' knickers in my case. Yeah, right, no, right. To this day, I don't know how they got
there. No, absolute proof. Nothing to do with me.
If the boys put it there for a joke. Oh, when I went to the laundrette, it was in amongst the other
yeah.
But I still don't know what they are. So what did she do? Yeah. She stuck them in the washing machine. She wore them. So very understanding, my wife.
Very understanding. All right. Well, look. So have you been out to play in the snow with the grandchildren, or will you?
No, they're schoolmen. They went to school.
Oh, they had a school because a lot of school days off today, weren't they, in different places? A lot of
well, the Welsh schools, they keep them in. But no, it might snow again over the weekend. We don't know yet. But Owen's going to where's she going? Newtown tomorrow.
Oh my God!
Because she's on this tour, you see, and she's going to be away. She'll be in North Wales for 10 days. She's going to be in Carnarvon, Criccieth, all the different places, you know.
Oh, right.
So I'll be at home alone.
Okay, well, be good. And I suppose they'll do the main roads, won't they? All the main roads will be fine.
Yeah. They got a bus. There's a bus driver, like a little mini bus, takes them all together.
Great.
So the 6 women in this. It's a very good little show. If it comes to Swansea, you're going to go and see it.
Yeah. Well, tell everybody else what's it called. What's it called? The show.
TikTok.
Great.
And they were in Astragunnice. Have they done Astragunnice yet? They might not have done it yet. If they haven't, go and see it because it's really good.
Well, actually, I was in Astragunnice yesterday recording the Christmas album.
Right, another album.
And I took them all out. I took all the band and everybody out to a pub, and the pub is called TikTok. Because
you know why? Because there was a Timex factory or something there.
Yeah.
And then the nickname was a TikTok.
Yeah. Well,
and this is about factory girls, the show, see?
Fantastic.
And there were 6 girls working in a factory called TikTok.
Fantastic.
It's very good.
It's on tour at the moment.
There's good music as well. Lovely. There's some rock and roll in it, and the girls are really great. All good singers.
Yeah.
All good singers.
All right, make sure you go and see TikTok on tour. Featuring...
That's right. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah. Lovely.
I'm talking about that on tour. I've got to go to the St David's Hall on the 31st to present an award for the.
It's my shout.
One of the awards. It's my shout, so I've been asked to do that as a celebrity.
Oh, not surprised. I'm not surprised. Take your tap shows just in case. You never know.
You'll take it. Never go without your tap.
Never go without it. All right, well, lovely to speak to you. Stay warm. And
I will.
I'll
catch you next week with the wind in our favour.
Yeah. Well, it's.
Don't make any more albums before it.
See you next. It's goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from him.
Cheerio. Bye-bye.